Fine. So next our topic is first officer. Okay, as we have already discussed in the previous videos, you have learned about the different type of cabin crew, in-flight manager, director, their job responsibility. So now we'll be diverting your focus on something very important that you should know, and that's very important. Although it is not that a part of your learning, but it is it is very important for you people to understand because you will be working along with them under their commands, so it will be very important for you to understand. Okay, so what happened, you must be wondering, I'm talking about the cabin crew. In this unit or next unit we'll be talking about their job profile, but you must be wondering there is someone who will be flying the plane, being with the passenger inside the cabin. Fine. And you must be having someone inside the cockpit means the place it is it is kind of the main function part, we would say in simple language, where captain or pilot would sit and operate the flight. Fine. Only. Fine. So you have to understand, this is very important. The main coordination with pilots, with the cabin crew, that's important. They have to do the instruction, they have to follow, because during the emergency pilot can't come out from the cockpit to instruct. So what they will do, they just inform the cabin crew what they need to do about the procedure, if there is emergency, everything. If any passenger is feeling sick, they need to land the plane, so cabin crew will inform the same to the pilot. Fine. So first officer means in simple language that's pilot only. Okay, to give you more information about the pilots, I will be telling you how to become a pilot. Fine. So this is very important for you. See, for to become a pilot, why I'm adding this? So in case if somebody will ask you, you will be able to give the answer. Fine. So you should be knowing this thing. To become a pilot, you have to be there is certain criteria. Fine. You need just 10 plus to pass with physics and math. That's compulsory. If you have physics and math, then only you can be a pilot. And after that, you will be having a first class medical. Fine. If you talk about cabin crew, you need second class medical. Fine, as per the DGCA rule and regulations. But if you talk about the pilot, you have to have first class pilot. Oh, sorry, first class medical. Fine, we'll be talking about that later on. Fine. Okay, so to become a pilot, what you need to do, you have to join any flying school. Fine. There's 3 license. Fine. And you have driving license that you have to drive. You drive. Then only if you have license only, then only you can drive. Fine. So for that, to become a pilot, what you need to do, you have to obtain that license. Let me tell you guys, this is not that easy. Fine. You have to undergo the training session. You have to join any flying school. You need to complete your flying hours. Then only you will become a pilot. Fine. This is lot 1 or 2 year program that you have to do. Flying, you have to start. There's a license, I would say. You should be having a CPL. CPL means commercial pilot license. If you have, then only you will be able to work in any airline. Apart from that, you have to get it done your pilot rating test. In that, to make you understand, see, if I'm talking about myself only, I know how to drive a car. Fine. But I have a car driving license, so I can drive only car. I can't go with the truck. Fine. So same thing with the pilot. The pilot have to have that a rating tired some kind of sort of license that they have to get it done on a particular aircraft. So they must be knowing how to operate that particular plane. Fine, operate the flying auto machine. So let's just this is, I believe this is sufficient for you people. Fine. Let's coming to the next. Okay. Working in cockpit is challenging and is a teamwork. This is absolutely right. It is teamwork and this is very challenging. In order to get a commercial airliner with a passenger cargo to from A to Z or A to B safely as punctually as possible, we need to work closely with various interfaces. Pilots have to work with a different person. They need to do they are throughout the flight. They are getting in touch with the air traffic controller. They inform them each and everything at what speed, at what level they have to fly, on which airport they have to approach, on the which runway they have to approach. Everything will be done by these. So at this time, pilots or first officer with the interfacing with the different people to make that passenger, cargo, and crew on time. Fine. So it is done. So a good communication with the cabin crew is essential. That's very important. Suppose I am a pilot, I am not in good communication. Good communication is not this thing that we are talking about the English, Hindi, Punjabi. No, no. Good communication over here, the way the message you have to deliver that should be clear enough. Fine. Suppose I am not able to convey this message that we are going to take off right now. Fine. Fasten your seatbelt. And cabin crew fail to inform this thing during takeoff. What will happen then? What will happen if people have not stepped in for any reason? They might get injured. Fine, this should not be done. There should be a clear communication with the cabin crew. That's very important. Next, but the cooperation with the air traffic controller, with the maintenance and the flight control center, with the loading team has to be done smoothly and not plane. Carry out flights successfully. This is very important. The pilot is the person who has to coordinate with so many people at the same time. Let me just give you a brief. Let me just give you one example so you will understand. Suppose pilot is inside the aircraft, and what they have to do, they have to get down the plane. They have to check the engine. They have to check it will be there. Okay, they are very much appreciate this cooperation, the way we or they work together. And when all flight preparation have been done and we receive permission to take off, there's this one moment or special moment for us above the cloud, which they enjoy every single time. If it is worth it the first time, what they mentioned to say, they have told this thing every time whenever they get the permission to take off and they get into the clouds. For them, no matter they have a 1 year or 2 year or 5 year experience, it seems a first time experience for them. So that is all about the first officer job profile that they do. Fine. I hope this will help you to understand the cooperation coordination with the first officer by with the cabin crew.